Hello and welcome to another Twinkl Tips Tuesday. My name is Emma and today I'm going to be showing you how to use our Twinkl Originals books in the classroom. These are original interactive works created by Twinkl that can come alive with your iPad or smartphone. So to find the Twinkl Originals, you log into Twinkl and let's go back to our main page. You could either type in Twinkl Originals into the search bar, or you can click this blue button to the right, drop down and click the Twinkl Originals. Let's click on that button and it will take us to some of the books. So here we have our Twinkl Originals page. So as it says, these are original works of fiction created by Twinkl, and through these works of fiction you get to know a lively cast of characters through our stories, which are designed to expand the imagination and stimulate learning. As I said before, these have an interactive component which we'll be showcasing today. Today I'm going to show you the AR enabled book Back to Earth with a Bump. Let's click on this book. As you see, this is a digital downloadable book about space, and here's a summary about the book. It's nighttime and the sun has disappeared. Can space travelling Hal find out where it's gone before morning comes and he goes back to Earth with a bump? An out-of-this-world story that will take you on an exciting voyage through our solar system. And this story is just that. So as you can see, you are able to download the actual ebook by clicking Download Now or the first resource that appears. You will then obviously notice that there are a lot of resources to go with this story. There's PowerPoint, activity sheets, even differentiated reading activities. We'll come back to these later. First, we here at Twinkl want to show you this ebook in action. For the purposes of this showcase, I'm going to be downloading the alternate version because that's one that I can show you how it works with my screen. So I'm going to click Select an alternate version and download the PDF, and it begins to download below. Once it's downloaded, you can open it up. Let's have story time with Twinkl and look through Back to Earth with a Bump. So here's the beginning of the book. As you can see, it's in our Twinkl font. It has really lovely, clear, and beautifully illustrated drawings that will really engage young children. And if you can see in the bottom left corner here, there is a strange symbol. This is the Twinkl AR or Twinkl Augmented Reality symbol. This means that this page is enabled to come alive with the Twinkl AR app, which is free to download. Hey everybody, so I am now showing you through my phone how to use the Twinkl AR app. I have just downloaded the Twinkl AR app from Google Play, or if you have an iPhone, from the iTunes store, and you can see it's the blue one. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to click on the Twinkl AR app and I'm going to switch my phone to landscape mode to give you a full idea of what this app's full potential is like. So it gives us instructions, and as you can see, my phone is directly pointed at the ebook. So step 1, look for the AR logo in your Twinkl resource. Step 2, scan the AR logo using your device's camera, which we are just about to do. Step 3, watch your resource come to life in 3D. So if you can still see down the bottom, that little blue that little blue box with the page in front of it, that little icon, that tells us that it is an AR ready page. So let's see how this resource comes to life. Little Hal is appearing. end of the ebook, there are the exclusive teacher-created resources that are aligned to this specific work of fiction that you can use. Let's go back and have a look and see what we could use to enrich and educate our students further about the solar system with these resources. So let's go back to that tab, back to Earth with a Bump, and let's select Back to go to the whole listing of the Back to the Earth resource page. So you can refine what stage your learners are at, either early years or in Key Stage 1 for this particular book. You can also choose which type of resource you are looking for. Perhaps you want a whole resource pack that contains every single PowerPoint and activity for the Back to Earth with a Bump ebook. Perhaps you are really looking for a game to play to make this an interactive, fun exercise for your students. I am going to simply scroll down and just browse. I think what I'd like to do first is look at some of the differentiated activity sheets that can improve and develop the students' writing skills. We can use these activity sheets to develop our students' writing skills by thinking where the Twinkl character from the Back to the Earth with a Bump book character, Hal, could visit on his next space mission. We download those by simply clicking download, and they will download it in a new tab. So as you can see, our differentiated activity sheets have prompting questions to stimulate writing, words that the students can use in their writing, and writing prompts with lines to make sure they are writing correctly. The Back to Earth with a Bump ebook and associated Twinkl Original resources are a great way to teach students about a number of things and to assess a number of skills. Starting with the sciences, you could be teaching students about the solar system, and do that with a Design Your Own Planet activity sheet as a complementary resource to the ebook itself. Let's have a look at that activity sheet. Click the green download button and it appears in a new tab. So, our Twinkl worksheets have a lot of prompts and visual resources and scaffolding to make sure that students are able to succeed and clearly understand the tasks that are given to them. As you can see here, we have neat little boxes that are organizing the information that students need to design a planet. This would be a great idea to show students the key features of a planet. For teaching the arts, the Back to Earth with a Bump roleplay headbands would be a great resource to use to show students how to act out or even play guessing games with the Back to the Earth with a Bump resources, and to also test their knowledge of the planets and the solar system. If we have a look at this in the next tab, we'll see that it's really colourful, very visually easy for the students to read, and easy for you to cut out and prepare for your students. If you are working on a narrative and story structure unit with your students, there are many resources within the Back to Earth with a Bump Twinkl Original section for you to use. For example, we have a story map activity sheet, which allows students with visual prompts to map the story to show their understanding of the orientation, complication, climax and resolution, and then also to show their comprehension by writing their own understanding and explanation of what happened in each of these scenes. I love if I can turn learning and comprehension into some kind of game, and when it's visual and it's already made for me, it's like I am in teacher heaven. I don't know about you. So let's look at the Back to Earth with a Bump board game. You'll see that the whole pack contains the game board itself, counters for the students to play with. It even has dice. What games normally come with dice? That's great. And of course, playing cards. Let's have a look at the game now. Here we have the board game. We have the dice and counters to cut out and fold. And we have the playing cards. I hope you have enjoyed looking at the Back to Earth with a Bump Twinkl AR resource just as much as I have. This has been Twinkl Tips Tuesday, and we'll see you next week for some more Twinkl tips.